details on the way at 8 o'clock. This is the station that takes you back to the good times. You're watching Granada Plus.
The one I worked with when I went to India. Oh, you know, Ashley, the Australian.
Oh, Boomerang Bruce.
His name isn't Bruce.
Well, Wallaby Dundee, then.
His name's Alan.
What's he doing over here? Wants his ingrowing wombats treated on the national health, does he?
He's got an interview for a job as a trek leader with an adventure tour company.
Ah, off walkabout, eh?
Ashley, must we have all the cliches? Anytime anyone mentions Australia, you go on for hours about boomerangs, koala bears and didgeridoos.
A didgeridoo?
Spare me this once.
All right. Sheila?
I hope you're not going to be like this when he gets here.
Like what?
You know, going on about Fosters and boomerangs. And before you ask, no, he does not have corks dangling from his hat.
So what's he been doing since India?
Working for the Flying Doctor Service.
The old flying bedpans, eh?
Yes, Ashley, well, if you got it all out of your system now.
Are you sure there was no hanky-panky going on with you and him in India?
Ashley, when you need both hands free to keep the mosquitoes off you, there's no time for hanky-panky.
Don't know about that. Snails don't have any hands. They still seem to manage.
Ashley, he's just a friend. You will make him welcome, won't you?
Yeah, I'm only joking. God, hospitality's my middle name.
Yes, well, if you keep making Australian jokes when he gets here, hospital will be your middle name. No more down-under jokes, promise?
No, OK. Fair dinkum cobber. No, that was the last one. Right, well, just stick my jump up, give me a tucker bag, and I'll mosey on down to the Billabong.
Whinging pom.
That must be him, Elaine.
Well, you answer it. I'll be out in a second. I'm sorting the bedding out.
OK. Hang on. Hi, Alan.
Hi. You must be Ashley.
Yeah, come in, come in.
How you going? Good to meet you. No worries. Sorry I'm late. Hope I didn't keep you folks up waiting.
No.
Elaine here.
Yeah, just coming.
Alan!
Elaine, how are you? Can I put this somewhere?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Well, let me look at you.
Oh, it's good to see you, Alan.
Geez, you haven't changed a bit. Except to get prettier, if anything, I reckon. Isn't she a beaut, eh, Ashley?
What? Oh, yeah.
You're a lucky fella, having a girl like this. So, do we say hello?
Oh, well, Alan.
Are you planning on being long in there, Elaine? You don't want me to send in a meal or anything?
Sorry, mate, what was that?
No, just saying. Please, sit down.
Yes, sit down. So how are you, Alan? How was the flight?
Fly? Well, no, I didn't fly. I came overland most of the way. Just sort of walked out into Brisbane High Street, stuck my thumb out, and here I am. I nipped up to China on the way, had a look at the Great Wall, then I cut down through Afghanistan disguised as a Kurd.
As a what?
A Kurd. Then across Iran with a camel train. I had to make out I was a eunuch.
That was a bit drastic, wasn't it?
I was only pretending. Then I got a lift in Bulgaria. Brought me almost to your front door. Oz to London for $35. Not bad, eh?
Oh, sounds fantastic.
So, can I get you something, Alan? Fancy a drop of the old amber nectar?
Sorry, Ashley?
Well, you know, the old malt and barley juice. We could crack a few tubes, if you like, you know. Put some music for the taste buds on the stereo. Let the angels cry on your tongue.
What part of the world's Ashley from, Elaine?
No, I meant, do you want a beer, Alan?
Oh, not right now, thanks, I'm okay.
You don't want a beer? I thought you were Australian.
Well, maybe some other time, eh? A cup of tea would be nice if you're brewing.
I get it.
He only wants it.
So what have you been doing since India, Alan?
Oh, a few things, Elaine. Knocking around, you know. That was a great time in India, though, eh? Remember when the monsoon swept that bridge away and we're stuck in that hut for days?
You never told me about that.
Yes, I did. Oh, we don't have a spare room, Alan, but I've sorted you out some blankets if you don't mind the sofa.
Don't worry about that, Elaine. I'll just bivouac out here on the carpet. Stretch out in my sleeping bag, I'll be off in a couple of nods.
So you've an interview for a Trek leader, Alan?
Yeah, right up my street. Can you imagine people paying you money to go travelling?
Oh, well, I hope you get it.
Me too. Hate to come all this way for nothing. They just seeing you again would make any trip worthwhile.
And what's he got in that rucksack? Must be full of bricks. What's that?
His mouth organ.
Elaine, it's 12:30. Have you read the lease to this flat? You know we're not allowed to have campfire sing-songs after midnight.
Shut up, Ashley. He takes his mouth organ everywhere. He used to play it in India.
Was that before or after the Sikh uprisings?
He says he's never lonely as long as he has his music with him.
That explains the rucksack, then. Must have a piano in it.
There, you see. He's hit the hay.
Either that or he's eating it.
Don't you like him?
Yeah, he's all right, I suppose. Can't help being Australian, after all.
Go to sleep.
So no hanky-panky, then, you and him?
Chance would be a fine thing.
So what's all this about you two getting stranded in a hut, then?
Oh, it's stranded in a hut with 16 other people.
So it's orgies now, is it?
Good night.
And I was taking a dip in the river. But I realised when I looked around me, there's crocodiles in the water.
No.
Get away.
And not only crocodiles, piranha fish.
Piranha fish?
A shoal of piranha fish, Elaine, can eat a whole horse in less than 5 minutes.
Yeah. Gets like that in the staff canteen sometimes.
They strip it right down to the bone. And there I was in the middle of them.
Bet you were glad you'd taken out holiday insurance, weren't you?
Wasn't much good to me then, Ashley. Then, as if that wasn't bad enough, a hippo surfaces in the water right by me, not 2 feet away. Big mean fella. Tooth like swords. Crocodiles, piranha fish, hippo. All in the same stretch of water.
Mind you, it can get a bit crowded down the local swimming pool sometimes. You never know what you're going to find in your trunks, eh?
So what did you do, Alan?
What did I do? I got out of the water as quick as I could, Elaine. I don't mind telling you, I ran like hell.
God, you must have been terrified. I bet you nearly had a heart attack.
Geez, yeah. Still, we had to laugh. You have some real adventures when you're travelling, eh?
Oh, well, you certainly seem to. Oh, it would be nice to travel again. More wine?
Thank you. So, what about you, Ashley? Done much travelling yourself?
Oh, here and there, Alan, you know. This and that, round and about. I don't like to brag about it.
Yeah? Whereabouts exactly?
Well, it was, well, it was Torquay, wasn't there?
Torquay?
Yeah. Well, you've never been to Torquay, Alan?
No, can't say I have. Not a part of the world I know.
Oh, very interesting place, isn't it, Alan? They got very big, lobsters there, haven't they?
Have they?
Yeah, but don't you remember? Oh, ferocious, some of them, Alan. In fact, they reckon one of them bit clean through this bloke's Wellington. Almost had his toe off. Didn't it, Elaine?
Clean through his Wellington, eh? Well, there you go. That reminds me. Did I ever tell you about the time I was dog sledging in the Arctic, Elaine? We lost all our equipment down an ice floe and the wolves are closing in?
No, I didn't know you'd been there.
Yeah. Well, no kidding, that was a long night. Longest night of my life, I reckon.
Know the feeling. of lies. I bet he's never been anywhere at all, you know. He just sits at home and makes it all up.
I know it sounds improbable, but the fact is it's all true.
Well, do you think our life's boring, then?
No. A little dull sometimes, but so is everyone's. Even travelling's boring a lot of the time.
What you reading?
Just looking at the travel section. There's some really cheap round-the-world fares at some of these bucket shops.
You've been bitten by the travel bug, haven't you?
I have not.
You have. You'll be coming out in a rash of brochures next. A week ago, you and I were happy here. Now you want to go off around the world in a bucket.
I don't.
You're going to disappear again for another 6 months, and all I'll ever see of you is postcards.
We could always go somewhere together for a while.
Elaine, I don't want to go wrestling with hippos. I've got all the aggravation I need just trying to get a seat on the tube. How long's he staying for, anyway?
Only a few days, till he has his interview and hears the results.
You fancy him, don't you? You'd rather be off in the jungle digging latrines with him than here with me.
I do not. I just think it's nice, that's all.
Well, he fancies you.
Don't be ridiculous.
He does. Well, I'm not entirely convinced by some of his stories. I'm going to get a few of them checked out.
Oh, yeah? By who?
No, you'll see. And I wish he'd stop playing Waltzing Matilda. Thank you. I mean, if these stories of his get any taller, Perce, they're going to be banging their heads on the ceiling.
Think he's gilding the lily a bit, do you, Ash?
Gilding the lily? It is 24-carat bull. You tell me, where in the world are you going to meet a hippo, a crocodile, and a piranha fish all within half a mile of each other?
Billingsgate? Well, that's where I usually get my hippo. $1.50 a pound and a free leg for the cat.
And he's stirring things up. He's giving Elaine itchy feet.
As long as it's only her feet that are getting itchy.
I can't compete with all these ripping yarns. I tell my stories about the Scouts' summer camp and everybody falls asleep. And I've had to work hard to get the hairs on my chest, and he was born with a bath mat.
I don't really see what I can do about it, Ash.
Discreditation.
Discreditation? What do you mean?
Well, you've travelled a bit.
Oh, yeah, intrepid, that's the word for me, yeah.
Well, you went to a few places during the war.
Yeah, Caterham, Scunthorpe, I've seen the lot. I even crossed the square at Catterick, single-handed.
Yeah, but you were in North Africa, too. I mean, you've been to a few of the places he says he's been to. So if you could discern one or two, well...
Factual inaccuracies?
Yeah. If it could be proved he's being economical with the truth?
All right. Ask me round for a drink and we'll see what we can do.
Right.
So this is your granddad. Good to meet you, Perce. How you going, old-timer? I've got a few cold ones in, Ashley. Hope you don't mind. Put them in your fridge.
Old-timer? What's he mean, old-timer? I'm not Jerry the geriatric. I'll lay one on him.
Do you want me to hold your teeth?
I'll lay one on you and all.
Here you go, fellas. Thought you might like to try some genuine Australian beer.
Ah.
A real true blue.
Yeah, thanks.
Perce. Ashley. Cheers.
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 So, Ashley was telling me you keep pretty busy in your retirement, Perce. What with the mountain climbing, the weightlifting, the gymnastics and everything?
Yeah, well, I like to keep active, you know.
Yeah, good on you.
Yeah.
You ever been to Australia, Perce?
Oh.
Marvellous climate to retire to. Great place for wrinklies. Excuse me.
Crinklies? What's he on about? What do you think I am, a bag of crisps?
Wrinklies, not crinklies. Look, ask him about Egypt, the catch question.
Right. Right.
So, Ashley says you've been all over, Perce. Sounds like you've had a real interesting life.
Well, yeah, I've done a bit of travelling, you know. I was in North Africa for a while.
Yeah? I've been there myself. Egypt and the rest.
Oh, yeah. What part of Egypt were you in, Alan?
Well, all over, more or less, Perce. Up the Nile a ways. Yourself?
Oh, yeah, I've seen most of it, yeah. Oh, you must have done the pyramids.
Oh, sure. Can't go to Egypt and not see the pyramids.
And did you see that ruined temple just to the east?
The east? You mean the west, don't you, Perce?
Oh, yeah, so it is. And you must have been to that market in Cairo, you know, the one by the bus depot.
You mean the railway station, do you?
Oh, so it is, yeah. I suppose you had a look at the red light district.
You see some sights there to open your eyes, and no mistake, eh, Perce?
Are they still doing that snake charming and that?
They certainly are. Suppose you saw that belly dancing act.
Not the one they do with the python.
That's it, yeah. That reminds me, talking of pythons, we're going down the Nile this particular day. We see this Arab. Well, he's got this camel. Yeah. Well, obviously, he's in a real bad mood, so he puts this python. That seems okay now, Elaine.
Oh, thanks, Helen.
Where's Ashley? Think he'd fancy a beer?
Oh, he's just gone out for a walk. He'll be back soon.
All right. Seeing as we're alone together, Elaine, I wonder if you'd mind if I took advantage of the situation. So maybe have a little talk.
Oh, yes. Yes, of course.
This is kind of difficult for me, really. As you know, I'll be leaving in a few days. And, well, geez, there's not many people I could say this to. The thing is, Elaine, there's a free place going on the expedition.
Oh, really?
And, well, there's something I'd like to ask you, Elaine.
Elaine! Hi, Ellen.
Hi, Ashley.
Elaine not in?
No, she's just gone down the shops. Thought I'd make myself useful here with the iron.
Oh, Ellen, you don't have to do that. Well, you can put some starch in that collar, could you?
Sure. As you won't let me pay you anything for staying, it's the least I can do.
Well. So, you'll be off soon then, eh?
Yeah. Just a couple more days and away. In fact, I was hoping we could have a talk. In private, man to man.
Oh, yeah?
On a sort of personal matter. You see, I don't know if you've noticed this, Ashley, but... well, in some ways, I'm very much the outdoor type.
No, really?
And the thing is, a man travels and he sees the world, but he doesn't put down any roots. Sometimes he gets kind of lonely inside. I guess what I'm saying, Ashley, is a man needs a companion. A man needs a woman, that's what I'm saying, Ashley.
Oh, yeah, a woman. Yeah. What woman?
Well, that's it, Ashley. That's why I'm hoping you're going to be understanding.
Now, just hang on a minute, Alan. I mean, if you think Elaine
Well,
is
I've
gonna...
already mentioned it to her, but she felt I ought to talk it over with you.
Did she know?
See, a rolling stone like me doesn't gather a lot of moss on the way, or much of a polish either. I'm all right with a crocodile. But when it comes to the ladies, I'm embarrassed and clumsy, tongue-tied and bashful. And, well, there's this girl, Ashley. And I want to ask her to come on the expedition with me.
Oh, yeah?
She's an experienced traveller, so there's no worries on that count.
Oh, really?
See, I'm nuts about her, Ashley. Totally pistachios. And I reckon she is too.
Well, she's told you that, has she?
Well, not in so many words, but... well, I feel she's waiting for me to make my move. The way she stands close. The smile. Her eyes.
Is that so? Now, you look here, Alan. You Aussies, you come over here.
Hang on, Ashley. Just because I'm Australian doesn't mean I can't love a British girl. What, if you saw her, you'd think...
Saw her? Saw her? It's not anyone I know.
I don't think so. She works down the travel office. As a temp on a desk job. It's a Sheila called Sheila.
Sheila? It's not... Elaine?
Yeah, Elaine said you'd be the man with the good advice. You've got to help me find the words, Ashley. Because if I don't ask her this evening, it's going to be too late.
Whoa, takes years of practice.
Yeah. Well, I don't expect to get as good as you overnight, but... What were the first words you said to Elaine when you saw her?
I think I said, hello, is anyone sitting there?
Hello, is anyone sitting there? If you got a mate I could ask about this? Well, thanks again. Both of you.
Oh, it was lovely to see you again, Alan.
Yeah. Well, better make tracks, I guess. Doesn't do to keep a lady waiting, eh, Ashley?
Oh, that's right, Alan. Yeah. Well, glad I could be some help in that department.
Oh, yeah. Well, telling me to go and ask Perce what to do was the best advice I've ever had. Yeah. Well, oh, before I forget, that's my folks' address there. If you're ever out in Australia, up Queensland way, you be sure to drop in. They'll be glad to see you.
Well, who knows, one of these days.
Ashley.
Oh, bye, Alan. All the best, mate.
No worries, eh? Elaine.
Alan. Well, good luck, Alan. Have a good trip.
Yeah. Gee, sure like the travelling. It's the goodbyes of the killers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, be happy, you two. You make a great couple. See you around, I guess. It's all right. I can manage. Well, bye.
Bye, Alan. Oh, Ashley, it's sad when people go.
Yeah. It's even sadder when they stay there, isn't it? Oh, do you wish you were going off around the world, then?
A bit.
Right. Ready when you're up.
What?
I've already packed. We better be off soon.
Off where?
Well, it's not quite round the world, but I think I've booked us the next best thing.
Ashley, where are we going? You don't even like travelling.
No, but this trip combines both our interests.
Where to? Ashley, if you don't tell me, I'm not going to budge.
All right. But there could be risks, Elaine. Danger. Fear of the unknown. Sometimes we may not know if we'll even make it back. But I promise you one thing. Whatever else, it will never be dull.
It's Torquay, isn't it?
And the series continues at 7:30 next Thursday. Silver bullion being shipped into Britain from behind the Iron Curtain is hijacked by one of their own officials. Bodie and Doyle investigate next on Plus.